ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stardom Review. I am your co-host Undersea. Right over here is the dog mom princess herself. It's Melball. How you doing, Melball?
I am doing great, Andre. It's like this little one knew that I was going to be going on. He just jumped up in my lap and was like, I demand to be the star of the show. And here he is. Woof. And Mama needs the comfort today because, man, did she overdo it at the gym?
Yeah,
She's a
I know
little
the
sore.
feeling.
She's a little twite.
I'm sore. I am very sore today.
Yeah, it is a joint problem we have.
Anna,
A joint problem to be solved anyway.
You're the one with the joint problem, but
keeps the neck from hurting as bad as it does.
Yeah, I can't handle that shit.
How are you doing today, my friend? Besides sore?
Very sore, very tired because I've been sleeping late shit the last 2 nights because I didn't sleep. Monday or Tuesday to Wednesday, I didn't actually sleep at all, and then I worked all Wednesday, and then I slept weirdly through Wednesday night. So it's been a weird transition of sleeping.
Yeah, you need to you make sure you're sleeping, sir.
I know. My sleep's been.
Knows.
I've been having great sleep up until the last couple of nights. I don't know. Working out's been really helping, but the last 2 nights have just been really weird.
Very strange. Very strange.
But we're not here to talk about how I'm sleeping. We're here to talk some pro wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to talk about Stardom, New Blood 11, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we're stringing you along. We're making you wait for us to give that review of the finals. So, because
we will get there eventually. Oh.
It's because we're evil. We're evil people.
Evil.
Yeah. But before we get into it, I want to thank each and every one of you. We really appreciate all of the support you guys give us. We really appreciate all the likes on the videos, subscribes to the channel, sharing us out to all your friends and family, so that we can help build and grow the channel. And also, we really appreciate all the comments you guys leave below. We really appreciate talking to you guys and chattering about all the different pro wrestlings going on and everything we're talking about. We really do enjoy it. And don't forget, hit the notification bell so you can alert every time we drop a new video.
Ding dong.
Hello. But we are here to talk some New Blood 11, so we're going to get into it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
There we go. Got it.
Yay.
New Blood. The New Blood logo. I love that. Just simple, fun, easy.
It's very flashy.
It very much is. And we start it out with a 3-way match. Hina versus Hanako versus Kizuna Tanaka. I know she's wrestled a couple of the New Blood shows, but not super familiar with her. She is a young rookie prospect. Is here, working here. She is from Pro Wrestling Wave. Yeah. So Hanako and Kizuna double team Hina early. Then Hanako pins Hina, and then Kizuna breaks it up and pins Hanako, and just go back and forth a little bit on that. Hina dodges Hanako in the corner, and Hanako takes down Kizuna, then slams Hina into the corner with Kizuna, and then they hit a double corner splash. And then she hits a double corner splash. Hanako gets Hina up, but she slips off and tries a ripcord, a judo toss. But man, I wrote these notes at like 2 a.m. this morning when I was watching this show. So, but Hanako stops her and gets the escape slam for 2, then applies that Boston Crab, but Kizuna breaks it up. Kizuna and Hanako trade forearms. Then Kizuna hits a bunch of drop kicks, like 5 or 6 in a row. Very much getting to that Waka drop kicking Nanae territory, where it just was ridiculous amount of drop kicks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Till Hanako sidesteps one of the drop kicks, and then gets a 2 count on her because she just fell the match to get a 2, and then picked her up, hit a slam, and got another 2. Kizuna gets the arm, pulls the arm bar on Hanako, but she gets the ropes. Hina gets the running neck breaker for 2. Hina fights off a double team with judo tosses, hits a judo sweep on Kizuna for 2. Kizuna fights back, hits a running cross for 2, then hits another running cross for 2. Kizuna hits a flying armbar off the top, but Hina gets to the ropes fairly quickly. Kizuna goes up and hits the top rope dropkick. Then Hanako goes for a German, but Kizuna gets a victory roll for a 2. Then Hanako hits the big boot for 2 on Kizuna, effectively taking her out of this match. Hanako then suplexes Hina, lifts her up again, but Hina slips off the shoulder, gets the Tai Chi clutch, and she gets the win.
Mm-hmm.
Post match, Kizuna was fighting with Hanako after the match.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That might be like something stemming from past blood
Possibly.
shows. But yeah, I thought that was very odd also.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to see Hina picking up the win.
Me too.
Um, and yeah, there was that first little bit at the beginning there where this would Kiz Kizuna get
Kizuna.
Tanaka. I wrote Tanaka and Hanako. I was like, wow, why that's confusing. Tanaka and Hanako. Anyway,
There's
Kizuna and Hanako working well together for a bit there. I thought they actually like were doing pretty good, and Hanako was almost kind of like a leader there because the size differential is actually represented pretty accurately in this picture.
Mhm.
Um, the Hina and her judo toss that she's always so good at that. That's a family thing. Clearly, Rina does it very, very good. Hanan as well, very, very good. Um, Tanaka with the flipping, she did a flip off the second rope with that armbar
Mhm.
on Hanako. Thought that was really, really
Yeah,
neat.
she like came off the top into like a and like pulls an armbar so I called it like a flying armbar off the top. I don't know what to call it there.
Yeah. I thought that looked really, really good. Really,
Hmm.
really crisp. Very, very well done. Hanako taking a page out of Megasis's book there and picking Kizuna off of Hina. Not going for the bridging German though that she probably should have, which enabled her to kind of wiggle her way out of there. There's also that one thing beforehand that Kizuna did with Hanako. She did the pin attempt and she kind of did that Tom Nakano bridge out of the pin escape. Really
Hmm.
like that. Really like those pins because like the flexibility that you need to pop out of there is just crazy. So
And to do that smoothly is
yeah,
impressive.
yeah. Also, I mean, the height probably helps. Not gonna lie, but like when I was able to do it, the height certainly helped. Um, but yeah, performed very, very well. Again, really, really fun. That she was able to pick up that Hina was able to pick up the Rin. I don't know why I wrote that. This I don't know what I meant when I wrote this. This must have been a weird autocorrect. Wrote Hina able to pin Hanago with that fun head rolly thing.
Yeah, the Tai Chi clutch or the Gato clutch or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Right. Yeah, because she does the head. Oh, okay. I think I was thinking about when she
You push
tucks
the
the
head
head and
down.
does the
Yeah,
hop over.
it was kind of, yeah. You push the head down, hop over, and roll them back, and it's
I
the
think
Tai
that's what I
Chi
meant.
clutch. Yeah,
Head rolly thing.
head rolly thing. It even said in the graphic after that it was a Gato clutch. So
I know, but keep in mind, I was watching on my phone when I was warming up. So,
yeah, I was watching at like 2 a.m. this morning because I slept half the night and then I woke up. Very weird night. Let's just say that I slept for 2 hours, woke up for a little bit, then went back to sleep for like a couple hours later, and I slept for another 5 hours. Then I got up at 2 a.m. and it was just a weird ass night slash morning. So I've been up since
mhm.
2 a.m. I've been up since 2 a.m. and it's now 8:27.
All right. Well, let's get you to bed, sir.
Nah, not yet. We move on to a singles match. It's Ruaka versus Lady C. Lady C gets the chops in the corner to Ruaka, tosses her across, but Ruaka comes back with the shoulder block, dropping Lady C. Ruaka with the double chops on the rope, then tosses Lady C into the corner by her hair, chokes her on the bottom rope. Ruaka hits the slam and the running splash for 2. Lady C hits the big boot and the spinning chop, and next gets the running lariat for 2. Ruaka stops the choke slam, but C gets the cobra twist. But Ruaka does get to the ropes. Ruak, as I wrote. Uh, Ruak, as I wrote.
What?
I flipped the A and the K. So dodges the
Random
boot,
boys.
dodges the boot in the ropes and gets the lariat on the ropes and hits the bottom rope splash. Follows it up with the fisherman suplex for 2. Lady C slips out of a choke bomb and she gets the Cobra Clutch over her knee. Ruaka gets out, hits a lariat, then the choke bomb for 2. Ruaka goes up, hits the freezer bomb, and Ruaka is your winner.
This was a fun match for me. I felt that this was like very much a show off match for both of these ladies. Ruaka definitely needed the win a bit more, I felt, than Lady C. I feel like Lady C is in the Goddess of Stardom tournament, but I feel like Ruaka benefits a little bit more from the win in this going into that. Yeah, Ruaka again, very power flexed in this one a little bit when she was kind of in charge. And Lady C did mount some pretty good offense. What's great is that we know that both of these women are capable of picking up wins in a sudden death situation, both for their teams and independently. So, it was really, I kind of went into this as who's going to pick up the win here? Pleasantly surprised and then very happy that Ruaka picked up this one.
Yeah, because I think it was supposed to be Tommy teaming with Lady C, but now with her neck injury, I'm not sure what's going on there.
Yeah. Boo.
Yeah, it's sad because again, Lady C would have had a great showing. And then Ruaka working, I think, with I can't remember who the heck she's working with this year. I know we talked about it on the last episode, but yeah.
Wait, sorry, who?
I'm looking up who she was working. She's working with Starlight Kid, but again, there's another question: is Starlight Kid going to be in the tournament? Because I know she was on this show, but she's dealing with a pretty serious ankle injury right now.
Yeah, which we will talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, which you could tell in the match. So again, I think they've been taken out. Oh, we've lost a couple teams. Yeah. Lady C is gonna team with I don't know, it's all changed up now. I see a whole new block. Tommy's out completely, Starlight Kid's out completely. Yeah.
Dang it.
Yep. We have a whole new shakeup to the Goddess division. So we'll see how this all plays out.
We'll talk about that one later.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And then like Tam Nakano was supposed to team up with Natsupoi in this tournament, but now Natsupoi has moved to another team, and Nakano is teaming with Yuna Mizumori, who we will get to later on in this show. So again, it's all this whole tournament is just up in the air due to injuries right now.
My goodness. Chaos. Glorious chaos.
Glorious chaos. But again, really fun singles match from these two. Well, we move on to a 3-way match with a giant reveal, man. This match had a huge reveal. Shocking reveal. You have the sexy Dynamite Princess versus Tsukiyama versus Thekla. I really like Thekla's entrance gear, and her ring gear was popping too. I like the new the new red gear she was wearing.
Yes, the strappy red.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say something. Come on.
I was looking for the note where I wrote down because I specifically wrote down Thekla's gear. Thekla red gear was bomb. Styled with a red lip and glittery eye gave me like a 50s Hollywood vibe with bondage, I guess.
A 50s bondage Hollywood.
Well, I mean, it looks just like the picture here. I mean,
a 50s Hollywood bondage vibe. I like it.
I just wrote 50s Hollywood. You're the one who added the bondage. I just said with bondage.
50s Hollywood bondage. Okay, I get it. I get what I get. I'm picking up what you're throwing down. So, sexy Dynamite Princess.
You are not.
So, sexy Dynamite Princess is the newest member to Club Venus. She comes out wearing a Club Venus shirt. So, by all accounts, her and Waka team up early to double team Thekla, but she fights back with forearms and head scissors. It's a head scissor to sexy Dynamite Princess. She gets the inverted triangle choke to both Princess and Waka on the ropes, and then hits them both with double bulldog. I love the bulldog. Just a classic move. Thekla trying to remove the mask of 69 My Princess. Waka forces Thekla into shaking the boobies of Princess. Then they put Thekla's head under the shirt and like hands under the shirt, whatever, and put it like hands under the shirt and made her play with the boobies under the shirt. It was weird.
It was a forced groping.
Yeah. Then the Princess does this Bronco Buster in the corner on Thekla. And then Waka does a Bronco Buster.
That was not a Bronco Buster,
Again,
my guy.
I'm doing
that was a weird pelvic seizure is what I wrote down as that.
That's what I'm doing here. And then Princess like puts her ass in Thekla's face and shakes it. And then Waka just walks up to her and just like full on thrusts her crotch into Thekla's face. Just one hard thrust into her face. I was laughing so hard at like 2:30 in the morning.
I laughed so hard at that because it was like, my girl, come on.
It was like 2:30 in the morning. It was 2:30 in the morning, and I'm laughing. Trying not to be loud as I'm laughing, because other people in my house are sleeping. So I'm just like, Jesus Christ, man. And then they're like each trying to pin Thekla while sitting on her face, and it was just like,
all the different sexy pins and poses and stuff. You hear Thekla at one point. She's like, "Come on."
Like, don't get me wrong. At 2:30 in the morning, seeing this, I'm like, "Am I watching the right video?" Is what I was thinking.
Thinking the same thing.
Legitimately, yeah. So Waka hits a drop kick and a hip attack in the ropes for 2. Thekla stops the Trade Dragon Slam, and then does the Matrix under the lariat and then hits the spear for 2. Princess takes Thekla, puts her up top. Using Mariah May's moveset, hits the double chop and hits the Stratus Rana, but it's blocked and Thekla what goes for the Stratus Rana, but it is blocked and Thekla jumps off the top rope and gets a Euro clutch, but Waka breaks it up. Princess then puts Thekla's hands on her boobies. Again,
another forced groping. Then
Thekla kicks her in the crotch, and I'm like, okay. And then Princess kisses Thekla, and then Thekla kisses Princess back, and this is where Princess falls to the mat. This is where Thekla gets on the mask and pulls it off, and oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mariah May. Mariah May's been on the mask the whole time. It's unbelievable.
Oh my God.
And then she kicks her in the crotch again area, and this time she goes down. And I'm like, this is the question. Getting kicked in the crotch, it obviously hurts for you guys, right? I don't think as much as us. I don't think as much as us, but it still hurt. You would go down like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if you're kicking someone that hard.
So the mask gives her crotch protection powers, obviously, because she got kicked in the crotch twice and nothing happened.
Everyone has their protection thing, right?
It's weird.
Larry's got his bald spot. Ryan has her mask.
Thekla she pulled the mask off, and then she hits the low blow. Thekla hits the Dokugumo death drop, which is the spinning butterfly DDT for the win on Waka. And then after the match was, I think, the best part. Waka gets the mask for Mariah May, hands her the mask, but then May gives it to Waka. Waka puts it on, and May kisses her. And I was like, okay, they're friends to do that, I guess. But then I'm thinking, wow, are we gonna start getting like sexy Moonlight Princess now?
Hey, I mean, maybe she can get some wins. This was a really fun match, though. It was obviously the comedy match of the night.
Yeah.
And these 3 did really good. It was a little, a little awkward for me at some points, but I was like, yeah, this is a fun match, whatever. It wasn't thumb bum, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never thumb bum.
It was fun though, and again,
it was.
And this is not what I was.
A little exit for Mariah too.
Yeah, and this was not what I was expecting at
Nope.
2:30 in the morning. I was like, oh, okay, it's comedy. I'm down with this. I don't. It was interesting to watch at 2:30 a.m.
There's a new booby son in town.
Yeah, but she's leaving. We move on. It's Yuna Mizumori taking on her I guess her journey person. I don't know because she's an apprentice. I've no apprentice and journeyman. So her journeyman taking on her journeyman, or journeywoman. Tam Nakano, the current world of Stardom champion. Yuna going all out with that gear and the new
Yeah.
gear, the jacket, the red and green hair.
Love that.
I
Love
love the look.
that.
And then and again, not me being creepy, but she had literally pineapples on, like giant pineapples on her, like covering, like for her over her
Her
titties.
bikini top, yes.
Yeah, I was like, that is awesome.
Yeah, new gear for everything. Like she looks so good. I was so
Mhm.
excited for this because, like, whenever you get that new gear, that new look, it adds a little bit of energy, a little bit of hype to the person before they're coming out. And Tam was the same. She's back at that strawberry pink hair,
Mhm.
because she was a little blonder beforehand. Um, not it's some of her old gear, but because of the new hairdo, it almost adds a little something to the old gear. It's like a different spin on it.
Yeah,
I believe the title for this was a Cosmic Angel membership assessment match.
yeah. Essentially, I'm gonna see how you're gonna do, and we'll see what happens with you going forward
Mhm.
in Cosmic Angels. Like, if you suck out loud here, I'm kicking you out, kind of deal.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
Good wrestling to start. Tam gets the arm bar, but Yuna gets to the ropes. Tam misses the running knee, and Yuna unloads with strikes. That's a lariat, and then it gets her into the ropes and hits like a GTR looking move. Like when Tam's like in the ropes, she hits a GTR onto the apron, but like not to
Oh,
the
yeah.
knee, but like she like turns with the GTR, but like doesn't drive her into the knee. She drives her into the mat or into the apron, like while sitting in the ropes.
Mhm.
Looked a little rough. Yuna takes her up the ramp, but Tam ends up rolling her over, and then hits a double stomp on the ramp. Then hits a scoop slams her on the ramp. They get back to the ring. Yuna starts striking Tam in the center, but Tam drops her with one pretty rough shot. Then gets the Boston Crab, and then sitting really deep in that Boston Crab. And then it gets even deeper when she drops the one leg, goes into single leg crab mode. She like somehow we went even deeper with it. But
Mhm.
Yuna does eventually get to the ropes.
Mhm.
They start trading slaps, but Yuna comes back with a drop kick, hits a backdrop, then hits a bunch of shoulder blocks, gets a 2 count, then hits a sliding lariat for 2. Tam gets or Yuna goes up to the top, but Tam gets her knees up on the splash off the top. She hits a roundhouse kick, then the running knee in the ropes, and hits the backdrop driver for 2. Tam pulls the inverted triangle armbar and ties up the right leg, but Tam eventually just lets the submission go. It was odd. Tam kicks Yuna, then's like slapping her. Yuna fights back with strikes, hits a short arm lariat, multiple short arm lariats. Then gets a 2 count. Yuna goes up, but gets kicked when she's going for the dive. But Yuna then comes back to the lariat for another 2. Scoop slam by Yuna. She goes to the top. It hits the twist. Hits like she's facing out and then jumps backwards and twists in the air, just like a simple twisting splash. She gets a 2 count off of that. Tam slip. She gets Tam up from her shoulder, but Tam slips off. Hits the German. Hits 2 roundhouse kicks and a buzzsaw kick for 2. Uh, Tam goes for the violet screwdriver, but Yuna slips out. But Tam knocks her down, hits 2 running knees, and gets a 2 count. Tam then lifts her up, a violet screwdriver, and Tam Nakano is your winner.
Mhm. Mhm. This was a very, very good match for both of these women because we got to see Tam being a bit more vicious again, being a bit more aggressive. The tail end of her Grand Prix run here has been, I don't want to say underwhelming because the matches have been incredible, but she
Mm-hmm.
has given up some very important losses. So
Mm-hmm.
this was, I think, a little bit of an invigoration or reinvigoration for her on the tail end of of the Grand Prix here, and then going into the Cinderella, or not the Cinderella, the Goddess of Stardom tournament. Yuna, though, holy hecking crap, did she step up for this match? Like, we've been talking really, really good things about her for the last couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
But this match, holy shit. Where has this Yuna been sleeping on us? We like unlocked a new level of this woman. It was so great to see her going toe to toe with not only her captain, but the World of Stardom champion, and keeping up for a pretty hot minute. They had a really good match. I was really happy with this. Even happier with the outcome.
Yeah, these two killed it.
Mhm.
So Tam gets the mic after. She tells her she's been a great apprentice, and she's really tightened her body too. But she's got some. She said you can tell she's dropped a good bit of weight here in this last little while.
Yeah, we noticed that her outfits were starting to look pretty baggy on her for a bit there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she's gotten a couple new sets of gear that really fit her quite nicely now. She says, Tam says thank you, and she ends up making her a full member of Cosmic Angels. But Tam says she will have more pain and hardship as a full member, but will overcome them and become stronger. And then Tam calls her the universe's most unsinkable Yuna Mizumori.
Yes.
So I guess her new name is the universe's most unsinkable.
I like what they do with these little names and nicknames. Melball wants one.
I love it. You're the taco princess. That's yours. I gave it to you a long time ago.
This is true.
Yeah.
Now I want tacos.
Or you're the dog mom princess, or you're any of the version of the princess I've called you.
Whatever we're feeling that day.
Pretty much. But again, I really enjoyed this match, man. These two absolutely tore it down.
100%. This was a good follow-up to the comedy match beforehand.
Yeah, because that gave you a sense of lightness where this one got a little more serious. And it was like 12 minutes and 22 seconds. But like there was no drag. And I watched these actually on the Stardom website. So I didn't watch it in my usual 1.5 times the speed. And it didn't feel like 12 minutes. It just kept going. And it was like, but it kept going, but in such a good way that I wasn't watching in time.
We also got to see Natsuko and Seira come in to congratulate Yuna on becoming a full-fledged member.
Yeah,
just got to remind you that Poi now has a mullet.
What? I wasn't paying attention to her hair.
Yeah.
Why would a woman have a mullet?
It's the style nowadays. It's what the kids are doing. It's all hip and shit. The rage. Sorry.
I can deal with it on old dudes like Takagi and Phantasmo. Because at least they grew. At least
Phantasmo is my age.
Yes, but I say that we grew up in an era that when the mullet still existed when it was the actual popular haircut.
Yes, Billy Ray Cyrus was pretty big.
Those late 90s, that late 80s, early 90s mullet phase, right? Into the 90s. And that's when Phantasma grew up. That's when Takagi was in his teenage years or in his early teens and shit. So again, I don't like them, but I'm not mad at it. Natsupoi is that hairstyle.
The rage in which you said her name is humorous.
And again, I'm not. Anybody can have any hairstyle, but that hairstyle is traditionally a man's hairstyle.
Lot of ladies been doing it lately.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck the mullet.
Oh, the rage against the machine.
I need to get happy again. Nanae Takahashi versus Seira in a passion injection match. I want to set him a power passion pineapple match. That team does not exist anymore. The passion injection match. It's Nanae Takahashi versus Seira. Nanae makes her entrance, but May drop kicking her out of the ring. then drop kicks her off the apron. May unloads strikes. They proceed to brawl on the floor. May fighting like a lady possessed here, a lady possessed by just pure speed because she's just moving early on in this match. Nanae with some hard shots to May here, just rocking her a couple times. Nanae gets a roll through into a guillotine choke, but me, as I inverted the I and the E, but me fights out and gets strikes, takes down Nanae again, hits a double stomp to the chest, but Nanae ends up fighting back. Nanae gets a Moodle style leg lock, keeps like falling back to like work on the legs. Then gets like a headlock while applying the Moodle leg lock. But May does get to the ropes. They end up in the corner. May tries to toss Nanae by her hair, and it's taking her a bit, but she eventually does. But Nanae right back up, grabs May by the hair, and tosses her across the ring. May comes back with strikes. They trade strikes, but May can't suplex her, and Nanae gets a scoop slam, and then like steps on her hand. I was like, what the? That's so mean.
Rude, right?
So mean. May hits the running drop kick, then hits a stomp to Nanae in the ropes, then the drop kick in the ropes, then a drop kick in the ring for 2. Nanae gets the rear naked choke, but May fights out, hits strikes, but Nanae hits a backdrop driver and then enziguri for 2. Nanae goes up, gets drop kicked off the top to the floor. May hits more drop kicks on the floor around the ring, she drop kicks her and she ends up on the ramp. May gets her in the ring, goes to the top, hits the drop kick for 2. May's loving these drop kicks in those match. This is like very much a drop kick match.
I think that was her one offense that she knew that she could successfully use on Nanae, because the size difference was definitely what Nanae was capitalizing in on this one.
Very
Because
much.
she couldn't keep up with May, but as long as she knocked her down, she could keep her.
Yeah, there's so many drop kicks. I expected it's shipping up to Boston to start playing. That was a joke right off the top of my head. I didn't even write that shit down.
Good job.
Nanae go. She gets her and she gets dropped. May go back up, but Nanae ends up stopping her. Goes up, hits a superplex for 2. May gets a crucifix roll up for 2, but Nanae ends up turning it into a cross face. But May does get to the ropes. May stops the suplex, gets a kick, but Nanae gets a lariat. Then May comes back with a spin kick and gets a 2 count. Then gets a roll up, but Nanae blocks another one. And Nanae gets 2. Nanae hits the short arm lariat, then tries the suplex, but May suplexes Nanae here finally and hits a drop kick for 2. Nanae comes back with a lariat. She hits the dude buster and May kicks out of that like 2.9. It was like I was like, oh my god, is she gonna win this? And then Nanae hits the sliding elbow for 2, picks her up, brain buster, and she pins May Seira for the win. But absolutely incredible. In 14 minutes and 33 seconds. Again, just like the other match, because of how fast this was moving, how much of these two there was very little rest spots in this, like where they didn't like hold, like the submissions were the rest spots, but they didn't feel rest spotty.
Yes.
Like you see when somebody pulls a headlock and just sits there on the mat in like WWE or something.
Yeah,
it just had so much great flow to it.
Yeah. I 100% agree. This was an incredible match. I did not expect anything less, but like this far exceeded my expectations. We know how good May is, and to see her go against Nanae, and again, as I mentioned, to see her having to throw those drop kicks to kind of compensate for the size difference just really shows how smart May is when she does wrestle. I think another thing that is going to really carry her throughout her career is just that boundless charisma that she has, that ability to kind of make something out of nothing. Does that make sense? Like her partnership with Bane and her seemingly chipping away and knocking down that barrier, getting the knuckles, out of Bane. The same thing she did with Mariah backstage. If you follow them on the X thing and Instagram, there was quite the fun little big sister, little sister rivalry going on. May seems like a very personable, sociable, happy, outgoing individual. And I think that that's going to be something that helps her a lot in her career. It's certainly helping her now. I certainly think that she impressed Nanae, especially based on what she said to her after the match.
Again, so yeah, Nanae gets on the mic, talks about passion. And then she tells May that she is ready to go win that high speed title. May says she was scared before the match, but after fighting her, she isn't afraid anymore. And she says she's going to go win that high speed championship.
Go get him, May May.
October 9th, we got 2 shows, New Japan and Stardom. I'm excited for that day.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I won't get to see Stardom for like 2 or 3 days after, but a lot of wrestling. A lot of good wrestling that day.
Random cheap plug. Where else can you find New Japan and Stardom? Strong Spirits. There's actually a fun little partner draw going on right now with our favorite from the United Empire there, TJP and Francesco Akira.
Yeah, but it's only partner card. I want their actual wrestler cards. Come on.
Well, there's also a partner card where you can get the ladyship herself, my Sakurai and Natsupoi. And there should be a special coming up on Saturday where if you sign up, you can get 10 free partner draws and 10 free wrestler draws on Friday and Saturday. Saturday, Sunday.
But what if I'm already signed up?
You still get them because you're there.
Yay! Yay! Play the game. It's actually pretty fun.
Make sure you sign up and find Andre and I on there.
It's a pretty fun game. I'll say that for sure.
Sure got you addicted quick.
Yeah, I haven't played in a little bit, but I got pretty addicted there for a bit.
There's a big competition going on right now. You better get on that.
Yeah, it started today, didn't it? We move on. It's future of Stardom title match, which I ruined the ending for Mel because I didn't rewind the video back to the beginning.
Sir.
Rina, who's the champion, taking on her challenger Azusa Inaba. I just wrote Inaba for everything. Inaba attacks straight away. Inaba gets an armbar, then the ankle lock. But Rina slips out, but Inaba gets the lariat for 2. Rina pulling her by the hair, taking her down, tossing her by the hair. Rina chokes her on the ropes in the corner. She gets a scoop slam for 2. She gets a Fujiwara armbar, but Inaba gets to the ropes pretty quickly. Rina kicks the arm in the ropes. Inaba unloads strikes and a chest kick for 2. Inaba gets the ankle lock, but Rina gets to the ropes. She works over the knee and the ropes and chokes her in the ropes. Inaba continues to work over the knee. She gets a snapmare and a PK to the back for 2, but misses another PK, and Rina rolls her up for 2. Rina gets a judo toss for 2, double knees in the corner, running drop kick for another 2. Then Rina gets 2 judo sweeps in a row and gets a 2 count. Excuse me. Rina goes up but misses the double knees off the top, and their double knee drop off the top. And Inaba kicks the knee. Then after a kick, she goes for another kick. She hits a couple more kicks, and then Rina catches a kick, which ends up pulling her down. Like pulls Rina to the mat and pulls the knee bar. But Rina gets to the ropes. Really good transition there of having your leg caught and then being able to pull your opponent down and turn it into a knee bar is pretty impressive. She gets a running knee to the face in the ropes, and another in the ring for 2 by Inaba. Inaba with the Bloody Sunday here, picking her up and dropping Rina on her head, Bloody Sunday style. She gets a 2 count out of that. Rina gets a running boot. Rina gets a drop toe hold into the ropes and hits a running boot in the ropes. Then hits a Northern Lights suplex for 2. Rina goes up, gets a double knee drop off the top, but she only gets 2. Rina pulls the octopus lock, but Inaba gets out, hits the kicks for 2. She's a straight knee to the face that looked rough as hell and gets a 2 count. Rina dodges the knee, kicks dodges the knee and kicks, then hits a snap roll up for 2, bang, it was just snap over roll up for
Mhm.
2, and then Inaba gets a head kick, but Rina comes back with the Pink Devil Gory Special for the win, and and she retains her title.
She does. She does.
I only said Gory Special so people know what move I'm talking about.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Just wanted to start by saying I really enjoyed Rina's new look. She got a new robe, entrance robe there, but she also cut her hair. And what I like about it is that it really separates her from Hina now, because
Mhm.
Hina still has that long, beautiful hair, and now Rina has the that shorter look with the pink still in it, which I love. Um, Inaba didn't realize I thought she'd been in this a little bit longer, only 6 months in this business. So crazy that these two were having a match at what is it, 15, 16, 15, 17?
Yeah, I
And they
think
are,
I think Rena's 16 and I was 15.
yeah, wrestling like they've been doing this for years and years and years. They're veterans in their teens. It's incredible. They
Well,
were
and
doing so good.
I think a real big part of why they're so good is just the fact that they both have like I don't know what Inaba's martial arts background is, but she has a martial arts background, and then Rina has her judo background. So they both have this like ability there. It says,
Mhm.
I just looked it up. Inaba's in ring career started on March 3rd of this year. Yeah,
Yeah. So
that's
crazy.
that is
So crazy. She's
crazy.
so good. And like purple hair. Gotta love her.
Hmm.
She had
I
purple
guess
hair in it.
no, but Rena's been wrestling since 2018. I guess
That would make sense.
since she was 11.
Yeah, that would make sense.
That's insanity. Well, then again, Azumi's done it too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Azumi's literally is just turned 21 and is about to have her 10-year anniversary match. That's insane too. It's all just
Pops.
yeah. It's all insane. Insane. It's insane in the membrane.
But hey, we had an incredible match. These
Oh,
girls,
dude.
I mean, wrestling like they've been doing this forever.
hmm
There's
And
just
then
the naturalness about it was so good.
yeah, and then after the match, Rina gets the mic. She says she wants to hunt old ladies together next time. I was like, whoa, that's mean.
I
Uh,
felt triggered by that statement.
This is next show. I'll be in Kansai. She wants the defense to either be against uh Amasaki. Miyu
Hanako.
Amasaki or Hanako is what she said. And they're because they're both from Kansai.
Nah,
Yeah, they're prefecture. I'm guessing. Yeah. So that looks like that's one of our next two, at least the next new blood future Stardom title match for
I would
one of those.
personally love to see a three-way battle for it.
It'd be interesting. It'd be
Would be
interesting.
interesting, especially if Rina is able to retain. That would
Yeah.
be a very fun thing to put on her resume.
Or let's just say Miyu Amasaki wins.
We'll see. We'll see.
I'd be down for that one. We move on. My main event of the evening, everybody, the real main event of the evening. I love this match. And I was looking forward to it because I love everybody in this match. We have Karma and Starlight Kid defending their new blood tag team titles against Queen's Quest Azumi and Miyu Amasaki versus Stars Wingori, Hanan, and Saya Iida. Remember that team from last year's
Mhm.
Goddess tournament?
What's that, sorry?
Remember that team from last year's Goddess
I
tournament?
do. I
And they're
do. Because I
and
had to
they're
put that stupid star in between their freaking name every time.
and they're not teaming together this year, which disappoints me greatly.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm sure they have their reasons. Let's hope that they're good ones.
Karma's whole gimmick is fucking awesome. Like her walkout, her the way she presents herself, it's so good, man.
Mhm. Did you notice, though, throughout the match, there were moments where she forgot who she was? Because she's usually very stoic throughout the
Oh, and
match.
you could see her the other half of her kind of come out at
Yutsumi
times.
Umasaki. pop out every like when she started playing to the crowd, I'm like, girl, and suddenly she went, oh yeah, and then just went stoic again. I was like, yeah, you're not supposed to play to the crowd. You're the bad
She's
guy here.
Karma was short circuiting.
She clearly was. She did it a few times throughout this match. Every time I just laughed to myself. I'm like, that's adorable. Because that's the
Yeah,
danger you have when you're playing two different characters, right?
very much
Forget
so.
which one you're playing in that moment.
Yeah, so Iida actually tries to roll up Miyu Amasaki early.
Mhm.
Karma takes down both Iida and Miyu with the double clothesline, attacks Iida in the corner, and she goes over the top, then comes back in. Not the combinacion, but she gets the cabron.
Yeah.
She gets the cabron, then hits a running seated drop kick for two in the corner for two. Um, Cartwheel into the back elbow in the corner by Miyu to Hanan, and Azumi gets a head scissor arm drag to Hanan and Karma. Azumi and Starlight Kid go dodge for dodge, like just ducking and moving each other's moves. And Starlight Kid hits his great right hand, just dropping Azumi.
Mhm.
So good. Um, excuse me. Karma saw I did a rape before this, so I really should space timings out, but yeah. Karma stops the Stars little team, and Starlight Kid sends them both to the floor, goes up, but Azumi gets her in the tree of woe, but misses the stomp, but does get a suplex from the ring. Azumi goes to the top, misses the stomp, and Iida gets the shoulder block off the top to Azumi, and Stars sandwich Starlight Kid with the lariat and elbow combo. And hit an elevated like they get her up, they both lift her, and then Hanan lifts the leg over for the to drop her down with like doing like a sidewalk slam style with Hanan pulling the leg over for the leg drop. It looked really cool. I like that little tag team move there.
Mhm.
Um, and then Hanan pulls a knee bar, but it gets broken up. Starlight Kid and Karma slam Stars, like both members of Stars, and hit dual twisting frog splashes off the top to both members of Stars. Karma gets a 2 count on Hanan. Hanan avoids the double team, and then Azumi comes in with a drop kick, and Miyu gets a roll up for two. Miyu goes to the top, hits a splash onto both members of Stars on the floor. While Azumi hits a PK in picture to Starlight Kid on the over on the other side on the ramp. Um, Queen's Quest double team kick, do like a double team kick in the corner to Karma. Miyu gets the tornado TDT. Azumi hits the top rope stomp. The pin is broken up. Queen's Quest double team drop kick Iida, sending her to the floor. Iida comes back in at one point, stops La Magistral and Azumi, but Starlight Kid hits a high cross off the top to Iida while she's holding Azumi, or to like Azumi as she's fighting out. She hits the double cross on the both of them. Starlight Kid and Karma hit the double Uranagi to Iida at one point. And Starlight Kid tries the Tiger Suplex, but Iida turns it around. Gets the Iidabashi, but Karma makes the save. Azumi gets La Magistral into Azumi Sushi on Starlight Kid, but Hanan breaks it up, and Azumi gets the Euro clutch to Hanan for two. Buzzsaw kick by Azumi, then her and Hanan trade pins. Hanan gets a backdrop driver to Azumi, tries to do one on Starlight Kid, and Karma tries a drop kick, but ends up hitting Starlight Kid. And Hanan gets a 2 count on Starlight Kid, uh, and then pulls a knee bar on Starlight Kid, but Starlight Kid does get to the ropes. Hanan gets her fall away bridge to Starlight Kid for two. Then Miyu hits the pendulum DDT to Hanan. Karma trips Miyu when she's going to run off the ropes. Starlight Kid hits a Michinoku driver on Hanan. But Hanan ends up rolling Starlight Kid up for two, like reverses the pin. Then Hanan dodges a drop kick and catches Starlight Kid with the 17 pin. And Hanan and Iida are your new blood tag team champions.
Yay!
Oh, I was so happy with this one, man.
Yes,
Oh, I'm so
yes.
happy with this one.
Yes, it's nice to finally see Iida the championship. I
Yeah.
guess when I first started watching, Hanan was the future of Stardom champion. So it was nice to see her with the title then as well. But
Mm.
since I started watching, I haven't seen Iida hold anything. And I really felt that she deserved to because, man, does she work freaking hard.
Well, yeah,
So
Saida had the title, but she actually had to vacate, I think, due to an injury. Um, she ended up vacating the title. She had it in from December of 2020 to March of 2021. So, yeah.
see, and that's about when I started watching.
Yeah, because she vacated, and then Mina picked up the belt, and then dropped it to Inagi, then to Ruaka, then to Hanan, all within like 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. This was a very fun match. As I mentioned, there was parts where like Karma kind of forgot that she was Karma, and it was
yeah,
adorable. You could really tell Starlight Kid was struggling with that ankle throughout this match, and you could visibly see there was tape on the outside of her boot. I can only imagine what the inside of her boot kind of looked like there. Um, she did do her best to kind of like, I don't want to say take it easy in this, but it was noticeable the
yeah,
styling difference with her. Um, she wasn't as all out as she usually is, and to be honest, knowing that she was injured, I'd probably be mad if she did go all out like
yeah,
she usually does. So, yeah,
yeah.
um,
I really enjoyed it. It was a
yeah,
really
it was
fun
a
match
great
to watch.
match.
It was so action packed and
Mhm.
full, but in like the best possible way.
Yeah, yeah. For me, it was like the Hanan and Iida were really the stars of this one throughout the match anyway. Like I felt really took a strong kind of lead in this, whereas like I'm used to seeing Azumi do that when she's involved in the match. And she was like, when she was in there, she was definitely very in your face. But I definitely felt that Queen's Quest, especially, did take a little bit of a step back in this one,
Hmm.
in regards to kind of showing up the the other girls.
Yeah, very much so.
Mm.
So I'm just gonna give a quick update on the Goddess of Stardom Tag League because okay. So there's now Natsupoi and Utami Hayashishita are both out with cervical hernias. Uh,
Natsupoi also?
yes, Yuna Mizumori is replacing Natsupoi to team with Nakano, and then Lady C will team with Yuna's original partner Ami Saray instead of her teaming with Nanami Hayashishita. And then Momo is now replacing Starlight Kid, who was supposed to team with Natsuki Tora instead of into
Hey.
Ruaka. And then Ruaka, who was supposed to team with Momo, is just shit out of luck and out of the tournament now.
Boo.
So now we have Mike and Mega Bane still. We have a team of Eye Contact, Mayu Iwatani, and Hanan. I love the name
Oh,
Contact. I don't know
that's
why.
a fun little play.
We have FWC, which is Hazuki and Kaguma. You have Mirai and Mai Sakurai. Interesting combo there. DDM
Right, I
God.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was announced earlier on. Cosmic Angels, Tam Nakano and Yuna Mizumori, as I said. O2 line is back. Azumi and Miyu Amasaki. Amisure and Lady C, as I said. Um, then over on the Red Goddess block, you have Mafia Bella, which is Julia and Thekla. You have God's Eye Suri and Saki Kashima. You have Suzu Suzuki and Mei Seira. Again, that team has been together for a while.
Mhm.
Iida and Hanako. Then you have from Code Venus, you have Mina Shirakawa and Waka Tsukiyama. Again, they're not regular teammates, but they at least have teamed together a bunch of times.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then you have Prominence's Risa Sera and Hiragi Kurumi. And then you have Oedo Tai's Natsuki Tora and Momo Watanabe. Again, this team has really seen this tournament has really seen a big upheaval with
Mhm.
the craziness here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very concerned about that because, like we'd mentioned, there's been a couple girls who I've kind of been watching that um, tape kind of expand upon whatever injury they have. Mirai is one of them. Suzu is one of them with the tape expanding above that one. I believe it's right knee. Tam Nakano, that elbow has been perpetually taped for like a year and a half now.
Mhm.
You know, these girls are getting beat the hell up. Very concerning.
I can see why. I can really see why.
They really do go all out. I mean, you were right in I think it was like the last video you said we've been very lucky for the last little while to not have any serious injuries, but no sooner did we say that.
Well, I was saying
And
it after we had
then,
heard. I was saying that after we had heard about the Utami injury,
yeah.
and then bang, Natsupoi's out now. Um,
Hmm.
you have now you have
Starlight
like
Kid.
like kid out. You have it's a little crazy, man. Achoo.
I
Oh.
managed to mute it just in time.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get out of here. But first, you can find me at X, Mastodon, Blue Sky, and Hive at that Canada guy, TikTok, Instagram, and Thread at that Canada dude. You can find me right up here at the Andre Melball Wrestling Talk Facebook page, where you can get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you guys over there. You can find me. This show comes out on Friday, so today live on twitch.tv/our local establishment and youtube.com/at our local establishment, where you can find me and my boy, my alternate tag team partner when Melball's not available, Mr. Ed Fries. We're gonna be talking some Marvel talk. We're gonna be talking the season 2 premiere of Loki. It's back, baby. It's Loki back.
Tom Hiddleston.
Okay.
Mm.
You can also find us over on Backbreaker Video, where our boy Mike the Ref simulcasts all of our stuff a week later. Thank you so much to Mike the Ref for all the great support he has given us, me especially over the years. Helped me get into all this stuff. So, got to thank that man for this blessing and this curse, you know. I kid.
Wow.
I kid.
Tell us how you really feel, Andre.
I kid. But I want to thank him. And then you can check all his live content at twitch.tv/Mike the Ref. And then you can see us over on youtube.com/@Backburger Video. But if you want to see replays of all his great gaming content, you can find him, Mr. PJC, Mr. Rick Jules, and the freaking guest Kayla J.
Kayla J. Love
Over,
Kayla J.
yeah, over on youtube.com/@Backbreaker_gaming. Melball.
Yes.
Where might the people find you?
If you want to follow a Melball, you can follow her on the X thing at Collins Melball. You can follow her on everything else: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Mastodon, and Blue Sky at Melball Collins. You can also find me on our local establishments programming, Paramindful with Alex the Werewolf, talking some spooky ooky-ish. We're finally getting around to recording our episode on the Bermuda Triangle, so that's going to be coming out not this Monday, but next Monday. So make sure you get over there, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell so you know when it comes out.
I heard you got a new producer behind the scenes for that show.
Yeah, it's you doof.
Oh, wow. Nice.
You can also find me on Astro Pizarro's YouTube channel with our show Ladies Wrestling Showcase. It's a fun little show where we talk all things women's professional wrestling, and we got some ish to talk about, my friend. If you're wanting to watch Stardom, you can find a link in the channel description. It is stardom-world.com. It is 999 yen, or approximately $10 Canadian. Shout out Sean Spears, but it's more like $7.30, $7.50, depending on what your dollar is or your euro is or whatever you have for currency. But it is an amazing price for amazing women's wrestling. You can see some of the matches that we talked about today, or you can dive back into the vault there where you can see some familiar faces from AEW, WWE, Impact, ROH, like Bea Priestley, who is now known as Blair Davenport because the WWE hates me. Tony Storm, Piper Niven. Who else? Io Shirai, Kairi Sane, Shayna Baszler. The list goes on. Go over there and check them out. Andre, my trusted friend and colleague, now that you're done doing your karate over there, do you have anything else to say to the beautiful people?
Karate chop. Thank you all so very much for all the great support, and we love you to death.
I'm gonna join the Inaba sisters soon, my friend. Got some pretty good chops there. You just keep chopping over there. Oh, chip chop chip. That being said, I am your Melball. Over there is Andre. And we will see you next time. Mwah.